When I left home, the plan was simple. Hit 4 new lakes in 4 days and chase the kind of trout the Thompson-Nicola region is known for. Day 1 was rough. 9 hours on the ice for one small brookie. Day 2 was a complete opposite. I walked off the ice with a solid 5 fish limit and fillets that looked almost like salmon. Now, I've got 2 days left and 2 more new lakes to explore. If things go well, I'll max out my possession limit and have plenty of fresh trout to share, one of my favorite recipes, one my friends and family always ask for. Well, today's the 3rd day of fishing around Merritt. I'm going to go do a little exploring today. Headed to a lake I'm not sure if I can get to or not. It's a little bit smaller than the one that it was on yesterday. But man, if we have any kind of a day close to what we had yesterday, we're going to be rocking it today. Evidently, private property owners can block off Forest Service roads. So let's go back to the spot where we caught those big ones yesterday. It's not all bad. So just a couple kilometers down the road. It's the perfect time of day. It'll be interesting to see if the exact same spot today produces the kind of fish that it did yesterday. It was so weird. This hole that I just re-drilled was the only hole that I caught anything over about 9 inches. Well, I hope I didn't get all set up for nothing here, and the fish moved out between yesterday and today after I harassed them. I got 2 little ones outside, but shouldn't take long. We'll should see something on the camera if there's anything here. If there's not, then we'll do some hole hopping and maybe head to another lake this afternoon. Oh, there's a good one. Oh my goodness. Broke me off. Well, in the exact same place as yesterday and a completely different experience today. There's probably 20% of the fish moving through there that there was yesterday, and not very many big ones. You know, I think fishing some of these lakes, it's luck. Like, there's lots of fish in here, but they move around from day to day. They're not in the same, like, focused in the same areas all the time. Well, I just got this one over here in the 3rd hole I tried. Down a little bit deeper, around 10, probably 10 feet. Not very long, but probably a pound. So the way things are going today, I'm pretty happy with this one. I fished through the rest of the day. A few nice trout came through on the camera, but I only managed to hook a couple smaller ones. As the afternoon wore on, the screen went empty and the bite shut down. I wrapped up with 2 decent fish to clean and what I thought was a solid plan for the final day. Turns out, my ability to take something fun and turn it into an absurd amount of work was about to move to a whole new level. Alright, here we go. Last morning. Heading to a new lake this morning. I've never been there before. This lake is stocked by fisheries every year with 5,000 rainbow. It's a little bit less accessible, I think, than the other lakes that I've been to so far. I got about a 40-minute drive and should be at the lake just around daylight. Well, I'm nearly stuck. The snow up here is powdery and it's hard. I'm ready to turn off to get down to the lake, so I'm just gonna put the chains on in the dark here, get turned around and get out of the way, and then I'll hike down to the lake. I don't think it's too far from here, but wasn't expecting this. I am so happy. If I hadn't had chains, I'd have been screwed. I probably shouldn't have come this far in. The lake isn't around the corner. It's over the hill. Oh man, what am I doing today? I made it. Okay, we got weeds around here. We're gonna head right over there. Start punching holes off the edge of those weeds. Eat my breakfast. I'm accepting defeat on this lake. I've drilled probably 50 holes. I've worked all the way around the backside, over in here, all the way across the back here. A little bit over on this side and not even a nibble. Gonna try and figure out how to get all my stuff back to the truck and see if we can head over to Stump Lake before it gets too late in the day and see if we can get some kokanee and maybe some rainbows over there too. So let the nightmare begin. I can't catch a break today. There's no ice on this lake. Dang it. Okay. One last kick at the can. Gotta go home in the morning. We're gonna hit the lake where we caught the brook trout one more time. See if we can catch an evening bite. Well, I'm not gonna drill a ton of holes. I'm gonna fish in this hot spot where I was killing them the other day. Lost that big one yesterday. This is my favorite lure. See what happens. Can't catch them sitting in the hotel. Whoa. Whoa. Find it. Come on, baby. There we go. There we go. And that's a decent one too. As the day wound down, so did the bite. I fished hard till the end, drilling holes and bouncing around in hopes of that last fish. Near dark, I reluctantly packed my sled and headed back into town, already planning my next trip to Merritt and grateful to have the time to explore this area. From the moment trout come up through the hole to the cutting board back home, every step brings us closer to something fresh, simple, and just seriously delicious. Today, I'm turning this beautiful catch into a vibrant trout pasta salad that tastes like the whole adventure in one bowl. Let's get into it. I like to get all the fresh ingredients prepped and ready. This salad is all about texture and color, so a little chopping goes a long ways. I'm slicing up water chestnuts and celery for crunch, chopping green onions for a sharp, bright bite, and cubing a fresh tomato to bring some juiciness. Then I add black olives and green peppers for that salty, sweet balance. This dressing is simple but packed with flavor. I set aside 1 tablespoon of olive oil, then measure out half a cup of ranch dressing, a half a cup of mayonnaise or salad dressing, and a half a cup of sour cream. I need a solid base for this salad, and Rotini is my go-to. Those tight spirals grab onto every bit of flavor, so every bite hits just right. I'm starting with 2 cups of uncooked rotini and boiling it until it's just past al dente, tender but still holding its shape. Once the pasta is where you like it, drain it off and cool it down under cold water to stop the cooking. This keeps the noodles firm and ready to soak up all the good stuff coming next. Now for the star of this dish, the trout. I'm using boneless fillets and keeping the seasoning simple. A little salt and a good shake of Creole seasoning for warmth and color. The fish goes straight into the hot pan with butter, and as soon as they start to turn flaky, I take them off the heat and let them rest right in the pan so they soak up every bit of that buttery seasoned goodness. Once the pasta is cooled, it all starts coming together. I place the rotini in a large bowl and fold in the chopped vegetables, water chestnuts and celery, green onions, tomatoes, olives, and green peppers. Next, I drop the trout into a strainer to let the excess liquid drain off. While that's happening, I whisk together the olive oil, ranch dressing, mayonnaise or salad dressing, and sour cream. After about 3 or 4 minutes of stirring, the dressing turns smooth and even, exactly what we want. Now it's time for the trout. I like larger chunks in my salad, so I fold it in gently, just until the fish is evenly spread throughout. Once everything looks balanced, the mixture goes into a glass pan, gets covered, and heads to the fridge to rest until dinner. For the final touch, I finish the top with lemon zest, plus a few extra pieces of tomatoes and olives. It adds brightness, contrast, and makes the whole dish just look a little bit fresher. I love catching trout, and this recipe makes sure that none ever gets forgotten in the freezer. Serve this once, and your friends and family will be asking you to make it again and again. So good. So many flavors, so many textures. A great way to mix up your trout recipes. We serve this to anybody, from the field to your table. Enjoy.